for our remedy. No, you don't go to the law. There's ways to change the law by what you do. And so, you want to change the law? You got to first understand what is the fight for. The fight is for one category. Well, what's the best category here? Well, we know that this country creates white privilege. And we also know that we can choose any one of them. And so if everybody, first the blacks, because then it starts to become, it doesn't even make any sense now. You got, the census can't come up with no blacks now. The census got 2% black. And that's the prisoners. Because everybody that's come out of this country now know to hit white. So it ain't the only black people now is the 2% prisoners. Right? And everybody else is white. And so the game has changed now. We all know that ain't no pale skin game. Even the Asians, the Asians come. Look, even the Asians come over here white now. Look, so now everybody on the game now because they know white is the only category to hit. Now you force the law, or at least you force the system, because you force them to treat you equal now. It ain't nothing they got to do with the law. It's created the situation. They not gonna change it. You knowing what to fight for changes it.
It's powerful, man. Well, I think that was it from the Q&A standpoint.
You see, it's so many different things. You go, you know, from a historical standpoint, you understand that if blacks started in America, then people before that were not called blacks. And so now throughout history before then, after the slave situation here, to tail end where race became a real reality for some, people before that were not called blacks.
Right.
So all the history and all the master teachers that teach people being black before then, let's correct that.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, we both avid readers, and one of the books that I just finished, would you let me hold, was J.A. Rogers, Nature Knows No Color Line, man. And I just think that book is very significant in its approach, because I mean it truly documents how there was no color prejudice. No. I mean, now there were prejudices that existed,
religion, culture, but right, not color.
But it was not about color, you know. And I mean, he documents how we have always, intermingled throughout time, you know. And then, when you truly understand, man, that this thing was conceived here, and this whole concept of race is a baby.
No, let's say this too. Let me stop you there. Race ain't a baby. I'm gonna tell you why. Race is just a rebranding of a class system or a caste system. Class and caste is old. India's caste system is how old? Right? Yeah. Look, when people try to make these people who call themselves white the first people to ever do anything like this to the mankind, wrong. This is rebranded class and caste system. The Indians have been doing this for a long time, before people who call themselves white were even on the planet. Dark-skinned people have done everything first. And so we try to take this moral position that we never done nothing like race before. Yes, we did, because race equal caste equal class. And so if you were part of a caste system, yeah, you did it. If you were part of a class system, yeah, you did it. Now, when you do the history of class as a system, yeah, you're going to go before some Europeans, right, had some organization to where they were doing anything. You're going to go before them. So my master teachers got to say, nah, race ain't new. It's just a rebranded caste system, class system. So that's another thing I say to my master teachers. And so now we can't keep looking at these Europeans as this special breed. They want that. Anybody that's teaching that they a special breed, they love that shit. When you just make them a part of humanity, another part of humanity, then they just get absorbed into everybody else. But when you make them a special breed, they love that. Oh, they are devils and all that. Oh, they love that, makes them. Oh, we unique as something. You my kid. Everything that you do, you learn from daddy.
Right.
You learned because all you are is what you learned. And if you came up in a society where some people were doing things in a way that everything that you knew was that these people were just possessions, when you came up with a pet nigger, a pet, you for Christmas you got a pet person that they called a nigger. They came up in the environment where they had pet. They learned that you was like an object. They learned that. Not came out predisposed to killing the environment. No, that's not. They learned their position, and we helped them learn it by being in a situation that we didn't know what our identity was either. And so it was just a perfect mix. And then this race really was just for the U.S., but then it became advantageous all over the planet. And now that's the situation that we in. We got a decade on people from African descent right now trying to deal with racism on the planet. It started in 2015. It's going on for 2000 till 2024, and we feel like this type of information is something that could be used in that UN effort right now on this situation on a global level. Whiteness is a learned position, and through education and law and education created it, and law and education can change it. When you make it illegal to call somebody black, right? To identify somebody with a color, and you do that, and you make it so that the news outlets and media and all of that can't do it, then you slowly weed it out of your society. But the people had to be taught it, and so you start your education. Well, okay, now our books, children books, and education system do not even use black and white. You know, they even may be able to refer to, at the time, people use these barbaric terms for people, for domination, you know what I'm saying? But now that we've come to a society, that we know that those terms don't do anything but hurt.
Oh, man, very informative, man. Very informative. With that, still record?
Yeah, man. We still, all this to be edited. You got people that edit. You can edit this. I can send this to you. But
and again, for more information, of course, you could always go to www.humanitytraining.org. You can get more Dr. G.
Oh, shucks.
It's about humanity training right now, man. Humanity over race. Humanity over religion, and it's about dismantling, the whole concept, ideology of this race, caste, class.
If we do it here, we will be the examples for the planet on how it's to be done. Race could be an afterthought at the end of this 10 years if we started the effort now. And we did. We started last year. We found out about it. Luckily, in the first year, we had our first busboy and poet joint where it was just me, Seifu, and John Lyon did a little thing for everybody came through. It was kind of sweet. It was almost like having this round table discussion there at Busboys, but we started something then. And this is what we become now. We are probably the leading in the world on race, the leading expert on race in America and in the world, on the planet. Right here. And by the end of this 10 years, you talking about what the goal is? Well, let's use this UN focus on race as a benchmark as almost like a stopwatch to when we started to when we want to be able to close the chapter on race. And we can say in 2024 that race was dismantled completely in that 10-year span. How about that? Game changer. And I challenge anybody with better facts to step up. Because this ain't no, This ain't, I can, and I don't even know. I really do it no justice by calling it a theory. This ain't like the Crest papers on. This ain't no theory about some genes and all. Nope, nope. This is fact. This is law. This is law. 42 USC 2000 E something. You know, that's law. Contract law. You're sick. You can see where you created racism. Every time you check black on something, you are responsible for racism. You are too. Your kids, social good, you. Because if you a real leader, you would not be blaming somebody else. That's another thing for your master teacher. If you a master teacher, right, then you'll be taking a responsible role. But because you don't know the how, you got to give the people whatever you can. And so I don't blame you, but the how is here. Then come the why, what, and then I can even tell you how to get the fuck out and everything now. It's not even, I ain't brilliant per se. We just figured out the how. Once you got the how, it's not about being brilliant now. Anybody is going to be able to figure out their way out. If I can hear the door now, I can figure out how to get to it. But nobody was even knocking, so we can even get a sound to know where to go.
Trick bag, man. You done, build a trick bag, man. It's always been there, But that definition, man, on those forms, man, that's what it's about, and creating awareness of those forms, man. Because that form is undeniable.
That's why I don't have nobody
what it
comment.
says and what it doesn't say.
That's why nobody is commenting. This really is the end game, because nobody can look. The Moors know they ain't black. So when it comes to that black movement, movement of black people, they know they ain't black. Their prophet has been telling them they ain't black since 1900s, 1920s, whatever. They know they not black. The Nation of Islam and all that type of stuff, they actually came from under, the real of them know they ain't black too, for real, but they keep using that black because it works for America. They get recognized in America for doing that, and so it's hard to not keep doing the thing that you get recognized. Look, they give them the monument to march on. Because they put so much black and division and white crackers, this country love that. You pushing our agenda, separate categories. So I don't even in the nation that but they just keep doing what keep getting them put on. And they got good facts, but they need this. Everybody need to know that it's voluntary and anybody can go down there. And then we should be by the busload going down there and changing your thing. And that's a real movement. So